Alright, let's double check the toilet. Huh? It's locked. Someone appears to be inside. Since it's a unisex bathroom, I don't know who's actually in there.
Hey!
But I'm going to assume it's Nekomaru. We knocked on the door and tried crawling out to whoever's on the other side, but there's no response. This is going nowhere. Guess we should give up for now and check on it later. Ah, you're right.
Hajime.
The old building's circuit breaker should be inside this office. Circuit breaker, huh? Might be related to the blackout. So it's better if we check out the circuit breaker first. So maybe she didn't actually leave her post. Well, the Duralumin case is still here. Damn it, I'm trying to click on the doll, but it's... Hey, isn't Peko the killer? Why do you think that?
I mean...
Well, she wandered off somewhere even though she was supposed to be in the office. When we were looking for Byakuya after the blackout, I went to the office right away, but when I got here, she was gone.
Well...
Shouldn't say this too loudly, or else Miss Sonia will yell at me. Peko's probably the one who tripped the circuit breaker and used the blackout to her advantage to kill Byakuya.
Hey!
Don't you think she looks kind of ruthless too? Like an assassin, right? Well, it's not like you look any better. There we go. Creepy doll.
I've been found.
Brogami said no need for all the money anymore and just ate it. He's done. AC's in here too. That must be this old building's circuit breaker. Really? What are you supposed to use to flip it when it goes off? Blackout probably happened because of this.
I see.
Doesn't look like someone did anything to it. Nothing else looks suspicious either. Circuit breaker's pretty high up. Even if you use a stepladder, you won't reach it. Yeah, I totally agree. That's why it's so mysterious. Well, during the blackout I was panicking so bad I forgot about that, but... You're right, even with a stepladder there's no way you'd be able to reach that circuit breaker. Which means, someone must have reset the breaker after the blackout, but who? I did it.
Whoa!
It's here!
Actually,
You idiots had no idea what to do about the blackout, so I'm the one who reset the circuit breaker.
by the way,
I'm not the one who tripped the breaker. The killer did that, of course. You just have to be the ultimate breaker flipper? Of course! How did someone as small as you reset the breaker?
hey,
Well, firstly, my eyes work real good at night, so I have no trouble seeing in the dark. And if you want to know how I reach the circuit breaker, my body stretches. You know, I'm very elastic.
I won't be fooled!
Liar!
it's
I'm serious. Wanna see? Wanna see a version of Monokuma with his body all stretched out? It's gross. And it's grotesque. No thanks. Just imagining it makes me want to puke. Oh really? Such a shame.
so
Still,
cool.
don't you think Monokuma's such a nice guy? In the popularity contest, he'd take first place.
I see.
What the hell? So he's the one who reset the breaker? Well, in that case, I'm convinced there's no way we'd be able to reach that. I wanted to see Stretchy Kuma. And that's the case. How did the killer trip the circuit breaker? If they didn't trip it or set it to be tripped. I'm guessing this one's set to 11:30 as well. This remote control is for the office's air conditioner. Huh? Timer here is set to 11:30 p.m. Wasn't the timer for the air conditioner in the dining hall also set for that time? Can't be a coincidence, right? Kids act more like teenagers than the kids in Danganronpa 1. Yeah, though I think there were a few people in Danganronpa 1 who'd had a little bit more reason to be less teenage. I liked a lot of the cast in 1. This Duralumin case. It should contain all the dangerous items Byakuya collected.
Hey.
Maybe we should check inside, just to be safe. But it's locked.
Yep.
Byakuya had the key to this particular Duralumin case with him. Check it out, I brought it with me so there's no need to worry. Hey, is it okay to take that key without permission?
Now.
It's forbidden to tamper with the crime scene, but if we don't, we can't check inside the case, right? So I should open it. This guy doesn't feel any remorse.
See?
I'm so inclined to point at him. There's just something totally off about him. Ugh, damn spoons. Grover, it depends. I mean, you've been torn a lot of people in the cast so far. Favorite Danganronpa 1 was clearly Hiro's hair, yeah. Everyone in Danganronpa 1 was technically 2 years older than they thought. Forks, kitchen knives, iron skewers, and various tools are crammed inside. Surprised we never found the missing skewer. It's not possible that the killer took anything from here, as the key to this case was inside the case Byakuya had with him. I guess you're right about that. Well, I guess we can actually talk to her and see what she's got to say. I can already tell. You doubt me, correct? Are we transcode? Sweet! And it didn't blow up the stream today. Even better. Technically, you don't even have to refresh. You can actually just pause and play. Most of the time, apparently. It always bugged me that no one seemed to realize that they were older. I mean, in high school, 2 years? A lot changes in 2 years. I feel like Makoto walking through the doors, falling asleep, and waking up and realizing he needs to shave each day. Well, at least that's what high school was for me. However, it does not surprise me. An unexpected blackout occurred, and during that time, Byakuya was killed.
Anyway.
Circuit breaker's in this office. Naturally, I look suspicious since I was supposed to be here.
Wait!
Supposed to be here? Does that mean...
I see.
So I was right, you weren't in the office. But why? Weren't you supposed to guard the circuit breaker in the Duraloom case with all the weapons in it?
Huh?
So where'd you run off to on your own? Well, that is... Ugh. Echo suddenly dropped to one knee and started groaning on the spot. Hey, what happened? No, I'm just not feeling too well. I apologize, but excuse me.
What the heck?
Excuse me, what was that?
Hey,
Echo, it appears the bathroom inside this old building is currently occupied, so... I recommend either the hotel lobby or your cottage. Huh? It seems like it'll be a tough path. Wow, this game and people with a bathroom. Cold sweat dripping from her forehead, Echo wobbled out of the office. What happened to her? It's kinda hard for me to say it myself. I already feel bad enough for Peko as it is. What does that mean?
huh?
I mean, is it cool? She didn't, like, run away or something.
That's right!
Because if she ran away, she's obviously the killer. I'm almost positive. Is that really what it is?
Now then.
Imagine Danganronpa in middle school? Well, if it was Danganronpa in middle school, it would be a lot easier because we would already know that Nanako was the killer. We should get going now. Well, I guess we're done in here. I assume Chiaki's probably still outside, so she'll... Oh, never mind. I was thinking she'd be able to verify for us that nobody walked out. Oh, can we actually access here now, or is it still occupied? Okay, still occupied. Hey, Seta, how's it going? I appreciate your paranoia, Kalinoa. Oh, hey, it's Teru. I don't believe in any of this. This isn't real. This is a dream. Hey, were you in the kitchen during the blackout, Teru? That blackout totally startled me. At first, I thought I was just in the kitchen. When I finally managed to get out of the kitchen, the hallway was pitch black too. And then I heard everybody's voices, so I fumbled along the wall and tried to feel my way to the dining hall. That place is pitch black too. It was like pitch black everywhere. Couldn't you use that kitchen stove as a light?
No.
Oh, that's impossible. This gas stove needs electricity to work, so it was directly affected by the blackout. I see, then I guess it's not possible. Since you work with fire in the kitchen, I figured to be able to use it as a light source or something, but I guess it's not that easy. Mechanics-wise, if it's like the first one, trial begins automatically when you have everything. Well, I know we swiped the big rack of knives out of here. Byakuya must have confiscated all the dangerous items on the kitchen's equipment list. Oh, just from reading through this list, it looks like the knife next to Byakuya's body didn't come from the kitchen. It appears to have been brought from outside. From outside? Then how did the killer get past Byakuya's body check?
That's weird.
Strange, isn't it? I mean, he didn't even go easy on the girls when he was performing the pat-downs. If that's the case, they probably brought the knife in advance and hid it somewhere.
Hey.
Still, it's surprising how much equipment this kitchen has. Iron plates for barbecuing and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Yeah, this is all stuff that doesn't pertain to the murder, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I agree. Ooh, and another level. Wait, apparently a couple. Last time I looked we were level 12. And I was so looking forward to someone being beaten to death with a bone. Chinese, Japanese, French, and Italian cuisine. Fish dishes, and a big piece of meat on the bone, too. Isn't it amazing? The meat is so big, even I was shocked.
Well, guess
It's
that's
a
about
dish
it.
fit for a tropical island. I'd never be able to get meat like this in Aoyama or Azabu. I'd never be able to get meat like this in my hometown, much less Aoyama or Azabu. I get it, you don't have to repeat yourself. It's so big, where did you get it? I asked Nekomaru. Apparently he killed the cow at the ranch with his bare hands and brought it over. His bare hands? That's a little hard to believe, but it doesn't seem completely impossible either. Those hands of his, they look like they specialize in punching things. I wouldn't want to get punched by those hands. Seriously, Nekomaru's so wild. He's totally right at home in a country setting. I'm so jealous. My hometown's near Aoyama and Azabu, so wild country things like that, they slip my mind a lot, you know? Well, I guess this meat has gone to waste, since this awfulness happened right when the party started. The only ones who ate any food were Akane and Peko, who took some portions for herself. Really, so how much of it was... The bathroom's occupied by Akane. Also, Byakuya ate a bunch, but he's dead. Don't say that. After I worked so hard to cook the world's most refined party dishes, only 2 people actually tasted them? That's not like I actually believe it, but if there really is a killer out there, I'll probably never be able to forgive that killer. He's scary when he's mad. Guess I'm pretty much finished investigating the kitchen for now. Nagito, let's get going.
You're right.
Yeah, sure thing. Gonna go ahead and save. So yeah, I'm gonna assume that that's Akane in the bathroom then. Chicken poisoned the cow and Nekomaru thought he killed it.
Yep.
The chicken. Always be aware of the chicken. Alright, it looks like you've pretty much finished looking around the old building.
Hey.
So how about we check out Byakuya's cottage? Byakuya's cottage?
Yep.
There might be clues there, so I thought it'd be good to check it out just in case. I was scared I might encounter some danger if I went there by myself. Well, I don't really mind going there together, but I'm worried about the possibility that I might be that danger.
Hey.
You mean, am I worried about you being the killer? Nah, totally not, because it's me. To be honest, I don't think you're the killer. In fact, I can't even imagine it. The Sackling King, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Radio Zero. Riku, how are you doing today? Don't talk like that. We're doing this so we can live, you know?
I see.
As I thought, you sure are strong. You're definitely the chosen one. Chosen by Hope's Peak Academy.
Alright.
Alright, then let's get going. To Byakuya's cottage. Yeah. I don't know why, but every time we talk, I don't really know how I'm supposed to react. The moment I left the old building, there was a strange scene unfolding before me.
Hey, what are you doing?
What am I doing, you say? Ha! Now that is truly a foolish question.
We're just checking to see if we can get under the floor from here.
Under the floor? Why?
Who said it was futile? Who decided it was impossible? How did you know I cannot recover my earring?
If it is possible to get under the floor, it'll change our understanding of the murder, I think. So I thought it was important to check it.
I see.
Under the floor, huh? I never considered thinking of it like that. It's possible they actually slipped the knife. They didn't bring it in early. It's possible they pushed the stuff up through. Actually, I wonder how much of the necessary stuff they did push up through. If they didn't come early. You're just thinking we need more Gundam? And there he is! Oh, nice, Riku. I have never played it before, so this is a blind run. So please be very, very careful of spoilers.
See?
Come on, think about it.
Hey,
The carpet I laid didn't reach the table where we found Byakuya's body, right? And the dining hall floor had huge gaps between the floorboards. Oh god, did he go... Oh wow, was he lured under there and stabbed from under the floor? That'd be fucked up. Then, is it possible that the killer killed Byakuya by stabbing him from beneath the floor?
Yep.
That's what I thought, so I'm trying to see if we can get under it from here. That's pretty messed up. Hey, Uber Nexus. You haven't missed too much. There was some screaming when Byakuya's body was discovered. Investigation is probably nearly done at this point. And you missed the most amazing GIF by Steve. I think it's my new favorite, so I'm going to share it with you. Well, I guess it's not possible to get under the floor from outside. The building is surrounded by firm fences, so there's no way to sneak under the floor from there.
but
Even so, couldn't find a way to get under the floor from inside the building either. Do you think there's a possibility that there's a hidden hole somewhere?
well,
No, that's impossible. Are you sure? At any rate, it seems you can't get under the floor from outside the building. That's a relief. Relief? Why? Because if you could get under the floor from the outside, there'd only be one logical suspect. Yeah, that would be Fuyuhiko, who's currently still missing. The only person who didn't come to the party and also doesn't have an alibi. Alright, Fuyuhiko.
So,
I suspected him too. That's why I was checking to see if it's possible to get under the floor from outside. I just want to point out, by the way, guys, we hung out with Chiaki and she didn't immediately die on us, so clearly the curse of Danganronpa 1 is broken. Hey Fred, how you doing today? Speaking of which, not long after I began guarding the entrance, Fuyuhiko came here. Huh? He did?
huh?
What happened, Fuyuhiko?
huh?
Oh, hey, what are you doing here? All alone at a place like this?
Yep.
I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside.
Huh.
How diligent of you.
Hey.
You're not coming to the party?
What are you saying?
Hell no, not even if you paid me. Parties are stupid. Make me want to puke. You're lonely. You want to come to the party, right? Isn't that why you came here? Riku, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Radio Zero. Have a good one, Kalenoa. Ooh, enjoy your food. I have played the first game. We actually just finished it last week? Yeah, I guess last week. 27th, I think. As we previewed Ultra Despair Girls on the 28th. Of course not, I was just going for a damn walk. What, I have to report to you every time I want to go for a fucking walk?
That's wrong.
No, it's not like that, bud. And leave me alone. Aw, he's so sad and lonely. And then he just left. So that happened, but why did he come here?
See?
He probably wants to be part of the group, but he can't be honest about it. He believes he's different from everyone else. That's why he's always alone.
Hey.
He's like the main character of an RPG. Have you played those before? Huh? When did we start talking about video games? Huh. When are we ever not talking about video games?
I see.
Even though we don't really know what he's thinking, I don't think we have any reason to doubt him.
I'm glad.
That's a relief, I'm glad. You keep saying you're glad, but you have no idea who the killer is. Oh god, what is this, Steve? Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Well, I guess for now we should stick to the plan and head over to Byakuya's cottage. As long as the probability is greater than 0, that will suffice.
I have not unleashed
I will most assuredly reclaim the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. It seems he has no intention of investigating. Yeah, he's a bit of an odd one. Just the tiniest bit weird. As we haven't seen his hamsters in a while. I just want to say, in before, he successfully... Oh man, I just realized they murdered my neighbor. In before the hamster successfully kills someone. Oh, the investigation music's not bad. I think I prefer Danganronpa 1's soundtrack. But it's nice. Oh, it's locked.
Hey.
I guess we need to ask him for help. And so, Nagito took a deep breath.
Hey!
Monokuma!
Did you call me?
Yay, did you call me? Nagito, when did you train Monokuma?
Hey.
Hey, Monokuma, I was wondering if you can do us a favor. There's something we want to investigate.
What's this?
Hey, who are you talking to? That's just my afterimage. When I get serious, my afterimage is unleashed.
What?
I can even play soccer by myself as long as I have this cloning technique. But it'll be boring to play alone. I don't have time for this, just hurry up and open Byakuya's cottage already.
Well...
This is for the class trial. It's something we really need. For the class trial?
This is troubling.
Well, it's for the class trial. There's no way I can refuse. Now then, there's only one spell that can open these doors.
Loose! I'll leave the rest to you.
See, I have unlocked the door. Now you can investigate to your heart's content. Why does it open with a magic spell?
Jeez.
It's probably powered by electricity. At any rate, that performance was a waste of time. I see. I guess we should go inside then.
You're right.
Yeah, I guess you're right. First thing I see is the envelope. There's an envelope on the table. The Tanakuma is always lurking somewhere. Is it a letter? Someone sent to Byakuya?
That's weird.
There's no sender. That looks pretty suspicious.
Hajime.
You should check what's inside. Yeah, you're right. Now, let's see. Huh? Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. This is a crime warning? No, if it says be careful, it's probably a threatening letter. Regardless, who would send something like this? Maybe...
Hey.
This is why Byakuya suddenly decided to throw a party? Huh? The first kill will happen tonight, because someone made this threat to Byakuya. And before it's anthrax, oh boy. He gathered everyone in one area, and was extremely cautious about all the dangerous items. He was trying to create a scenario in which everyone could monitor each other. He thought if he did that, nobody would be able to kill anyone. So you believe this crazy letter?
But...
I couldn't ignore the possibility of this happening, even if it was just a worst-case scenario.
Hey.
Remember what Byakuya kept saying? How he wouldn't let anyone become a victim? He couldn't overlook that slim possibility, just to keep his promise. And why did he keep it a secret, if he just told us?
Nope.
He probably couldn't. He probably thought it was also a worst-case scenario. What do you mean? If everyone knew that what was in the letter, whether it's a lie or not, everyone would have likely begun to doubt each other, and at that point there'd be no turning back. Hey, Pokerezo Games, what's up? How you doing? I'm still alive. Brogami is not. We are sad.
Yep.
A strong sense of responsibility is the only explanation I can think of. Anyway, whoever sent Byakuya this letter also killed him. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry.
No, this could be a prank, and it might have nothing to do with Byakuya's death at all. What was that? He suddenly became really quiet. I see. He doesn't want to believe one of us could be a killer. But still, we've come all the way here and it's the only thing I can think of. The person who wrote this letter murdered Byakuya. If that's the case, that person completely predicted how Byakuya would react once he received it, right? They planned to manipulate Byakuya and killed him right before our eyes in that old building. Damn it, who the hell would do that?
Hey,
Hajime, there's probably not much time left until the class trial starts. Probably. I'm looking forward to the trial just to get my voice a rest. Oh, which reminds me, you asked Mihiro for a favor earlier, right? Yeah, I wanted to find out where everybody was standing just before the blackout. She's probably finished by now. You coming with me, right?
sorry.
That's all you. Huh? I need some time alone. I'd like some time to collect my thoughts. I see. I understand.
Hey,
Also, if you're going back to the old building, you should hear what Mikon has to say as well. I think the results of her autopsy should be ready by now.
bye now.
I'll see you later. He was pretty pale. I wonder if he's okay. Now's not the time for me to worry about Nagito. There isn't much time left. Better hurry over to the old building. I'm gonna assume that means there's nothing else in here to check. Just seeing if there's any Monokuma dolls lurking around and... Ahaha! You little bastard. Creepy son of a bitch. Ooh, welcome back. With steak. Nope, no dying message, though I'm pretty sure I have a fairly good idea of how the events played out. I'm just not sure who played them out yet. Oh, hey, Fuyuhiko, what's up? What the hell? Didn't I tell you to leave me alone? That's not happening. Didn't you hear Monokuma's announcement? Of course I did. Apparently Byakuya is the one who got killed. So what? What did you say? You think I'm the killer? Think whatever you want. I'm used to being mistrusted. That's not why I'm... Whatever. Just tell me what you were doing while everyone else was at the party. Checking my alibi, huh? Well, I don't have one. I was just chilling in my cottage all by myself during that time. The whole time? Because Chiaki said she saw you in front of the old building.
Shut up!
Nosy bitch.
Jeez.
It's true I went for a little walk, and then, just by chance, I ended up passing by the old building. You really going for a walk? Don't tell me you were actually trying to join the party.
Don't fuck with me!
Why the hell would I do that? It's a coincidence. Coincidence! Alright, I got it. Dumbass. I'm gonna smack that baby face right the fuck off those shoulders one day. Hi, Quills. What abilities do I have? Do you mean as in unlocked skills or something else? What the hell was that loud voice just now? I have minor suspicions at the killer at this point, Donnie Lama, but nothing particularly notable. I need to see a little bit more about where people were positioned, but I'm kind of inclined to think Kazuichi. I don't think he... Well, for one, he's one of the only people we know was definitely moving around during the events. 2, breakers, switches, mechanical, kind of has his handwriting all over it. He says he went to the office and Peko wasn't there, but if he did lace the food with anything, then he's gonna know she's not gonna be there anyways. So, kind of wondering about him. Well, we can finally talk to you. I feel so lighthearted right now. I, Nekonaru Nidai, have been reborn. I have no intention of losing anymore. Losing to who? I won't lose to anyone, not even to my past self. It sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about? Of course you're talking about shit, you're always talking about shit. I really want you to die just so you don't have to listen anymore of your shit about shit. I don't know who was behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me. Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start. Now that you mention it, you said something like that shortly after the party started. However, if you think I'd be angered by something like this, you've all underestimated my nerve and patience. Do all and achieve all with one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader. Interesting. So is there someone in there the whole time? A straw poll could be interesting. Tell you what, if someone wants to put one together, go ahead. I'm not going to look at it myself, though, until we are done. He says that, but I'm pretty sure he was shaken up by that whole ordeal. No, best not to go into it. Anyways, you're saying the bathroom door was shut from before the party started to after the blackout?
So what I mean is...
The bathroom was finally unoccupied after Byakuya's body was found. And that's about how long that lasted. What he said sounds stupid and irrelevant, but I should remember just in case. Did we definitely account for everybody? Alright, I definitely need to talk to her and see where the placement was. When is the stream over? Usually ends about 8 p.m. 8 p.m. our time, but it can run long sometimes. I know Wagos Rancheros is tonight, and I was thinking about going to it, but life is quite sick. I'd rather stay here and keep an eye on her. Screw forced auto camera during boss fights. Ooh, what game, Razor? Oh, you weren't inside before. Just as I thought, it seems there's no way to get under the floor from inside this old building. Maybe. Since just as Nagita said. If that's the case, I guess I should give up on finding Gundam's earring. Well, let's get the results of the autopsy. Yeah, I'm hoping to catch Wagos Rancheros next time around. It kind of snuck up on me this time, and so I forgot to even warn the rest of the Nightmare guys about it until it was kind of late. Did you find out anything? I tried, within reason, to perform an autopsy on Byakuya's body. Actually, it would be in 2.5 hours, not 3 hours 30. I would put it at 9 o'clock here. Yes, the night vision goggles were already used, Quills. They were under the table. I'm pretty sure they were actually Byakuya's, so they weren't used in the murder. They were used in his attempt to stop the murderer. Ah, yeah, okay. Let's avoid any spoilers about Ultra Despair Girls. I may have previewed the first bit, but a lot of people did not. Press advantage. I got to check it out a few days early, which is why we ran a little bit of it before this, but I'm not going back till we're done with this. So for the sake of people who haven't played it at all, let's stay off of it. I discovered that there were several puncture wounds around Byakuya's chest and abdominal region. Deep wounds, deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. It can be assumed that a very thin, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to... 5 millimeters in diameter? So it's not the knife under the table at all. It is the missing skewer. I'll let you know, Black Ice. Have a good one. And if I don't make it, have fun. Stab him over and over again, which is what I believe. Shanked him. Hey, are you okay? 5 millimeters is very small, yes. But someone mentioned very early on that there was a... Byakuya actually himself mentioned there was a missing steak skewer we hadn't accounted for. I wonder if he was actually stabbed from below the floor. Then the question is, what lured him to the knife? Interesting. Probably, yeah, true. Could have dropped down after. I'm curious now about the knife that was actually taped under the table. No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you wanted to say. Still, around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl. In which case... Yeah. Look underneath. I'm really curious about that knife. Unless the knife was just bait, and the only blood on it is from him being spattered everywhere. Okay, so nothing different there. And if that's the case, somebody baited him incredibly well. Yeah, he definitely had the night vision goggles ready. I don't think he went under the table to avoid danger, though. I feel like it's new Byakuya. I feel like he was actually actively trying to help us. So he wound up under the table either because something lured him under, or he followed someone. I'm really curious. There's no specific motive yet, Night Mage, other than that, hey, if y'all want to go home, whack somebody. And at first I thought maybe he'd stored the knife himself under there, but when you see what's in that Duralumin case, it's like, nah, he did not need to stash anything under the table to get. I mean, he had the night vision goggles already. So the knife becomes a very interesting red herring. Well, let's get positional information, find out where everyone was. You're here. Where the hell did you wander off to? It's also possible there was... I don't want to say there were two people acting. It's possible one lured and one killed him. To be fair, the rules for accomplice in the blackened haven't actually been made clear yet, so anyone acting that way has no idea that the accomplice is going to get screwed. Oh, I'll give that permit. The skewer could definitely go between the floorboards. They said the gaps were actually reasonably sized. I wasn't wondering, I was investigating as much as I could. I see. Well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. Also, let me check, so I want to make sure that this is... Yeah, okay, it's fully charged. I can finally unplug one of these cables. 3 different cable lines running into the Vita right now. There we go. That's a little bit more slack on my end. So, did you find anything? Yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey.
Well, just take a look at this. Holy shit, it's a me! I have... That's not even Ahoge, that's like antenna hair going on. Hey, MegaZero. Voice is mostly recovered and is kind of on its way out again, thanks to Danganronpa 2. Just as you told me, using the 2 photos I took before the blackout, I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. Interesting. When I did, this diagram was the result. So this is everyone's standing position before the blackout. Everyone's pretty much in the dining hall. Teruteru is assumed to be in the kitchen. Yeah, we know Chiaki's outside. And Fuyuhiko did not show up, so arguably everyone's accounted for. At least as much as they can be. Made this diagram from analyzing these photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought, Byakuya was standing a far distance from that table. Kazuichi's pretty far away from the table, too. Nagito, on the other hand, is right by it. We know Kazuichi was moving around a lot, though. On the same token, somebody stepped on Hyoko's feet, which means somebody would have been passing her on the way to that table. To be fair, though... No? Could have been Kazuichi going out along the wall. I don't think it would have been... I mean, Hajime is right by the table. Nekomaru's not far from it either. Akane's got a clear line to it. I'm just looking for people who would have had to have traced their way to the table and past Hyoko along the way. It's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to move that far during the blackout. What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's the desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it just in case. Is the power cord what Mikon tripped over? Power cord for the desk lamp? That cord is extending from the table where Byakuya was killed. That means...
Hey.
So, did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but... I guess you're right. I didn't really understand it myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling that it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labor. No, it wasn't a waste at all.
Huh?
It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that a clue was hidden here. An extremely important clue. And there's our last one. Surprised Tera didn't take the chance to grope someone in the darkness. Fair point. Fair point. I would totally have expected that. He was all in the kitchen alone. Maybe he just didn't make it to anybody before the lights came back on.
It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it.
Really?
That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon!
A mountain with a carving of Monokuma's face on the central island? Well, that's not gaudy as fuck now, is it? I don't even remember that being there before.
Are you kidding me?
What the heck is that mountain? Where did that get here? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma? That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge. I can't believe he's dead. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
Oh, I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'd let them escape, you know? Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with me!
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey, come on now!
I know, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard the fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait!
Hero, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. I guess we're waiting for Gundam.
What happened, sinner?
And there he is.
Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to. Huh?
Hey,
It seems you noticed it too. So how the hell did you get under there? If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
That's interesting.
Wait! What's this?
My, mon ami. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochistic mascot!
Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
You mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? I don't see any... Nope, I don't see any Monokuma dolls floating around. Well, here we go. What the? Something shaking? This is dangerous, everyone, please get down. Well, that's... different. Could it be... is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazine is trembling with fear. That's gotta be the fatter one. That's so totally suspicious.
hey, 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 hey!
Forgive me, seriously, just forgive me already. Why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way, no way, no way!
There's just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right, there's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have to be very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. Remember the part where Blind says that fake spoilers will be purged as well? That's the second time. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. Now, when each of us entered Monokuma Rock... Is it taking off? Oh, no, it's sinking. Okay. I have expected it to fly away for a moment.
Huh?
This is an elevator. This looks familiar. I see, this entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
If he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. Yeah, I kind of thought it was going to take off. I'm just remembering what our last elevator ride looked like. There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Damn, they seriously have the money. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished ascending. And then the elevator door slowly opened.